The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then.
We've seen many free role players that have graced the game, but Ruud Gullit is amongst the elite.
Well, no one would argue with that, Jim, but what do you identify as special in him?
Well, so physically powerful and intimidating, and I think his athleticism helps him get through a fierce amount of work.
And nothing quite like him in the modern era.
Agreed.
Now it's Bale. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Lobbed in behind. And he's picked it up out wide. Now, can they get him away? Jordi Alba delivers. Cleared away. Bellingham. Bale. And the counter is on. Rijkaard goes sliding in. Argentina are enjoying more and more possession, but very few chances up to now. And here's Gullit. Vieira, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now, what about this cross? That'll be a throw. Defending of the desperate variety. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And he's managed to get free. That is ended up in no man's land. Ambitious ball here. And it's Serginho. And he welcomes it in. And it's played in. No, he's not getting past him there. Baresi.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Not the most accurate pass. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Rijkaard. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Gullit. Argentina have a free kick. Lahm simply refused to be outdone there. Played into space, chips it through. Dida clears. Lahm just coming up to the 30-minute mark. And it's Lahm. Lahm just loves to go forward whenever he can. Looking for a runner. Gattuso. Jordi Alba is one whose deliveries we all know about. Messi. Baresi. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Bale. Well, the less said about that pass, the better. It's run loose here. Lam. And it's Gattuso. That's a cute ball. And he's intervened well there. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Messi. Gattuso. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, good spread. In towards the back stick. That's a decent clearance. And that's been won straight back to Thuram. Lam. And it's Vieira. Little doubt, that is a foul. And it's half-time here. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So your views on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed. Panicked even at times.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Señoras y señores, por favor, muevan todos los autos que estén estacionados alrededor del estadio. Cambio en Argentina. Número 27. Entrará al campo.
There's the start of the second half.
Se está realizando.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Well, they could break here. Gattuso. Now it's Messi. Argentina come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
And it's Bellingham. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Van Dijk. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable
Bale.
here. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, good steal. He just read it. Hazard goes on a charge down the left. Looking for the run. Ibrahimovic gets into some space. Jordi Alba. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Knocks it out wide. Van Dijk is there and he can get that clear. Hullet. Now that's well seen too. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Haaland. Argentina still have the cards to affect this game. Looking to play him in. Hullet plays it in. And he's there to clear it. And it's Bellingham. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Bellingham. Now it's Bale. Haaland! That comes as a mighty relief. Nicely shaped ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Odo. Now it's Bale. Well read, nice interception. Baresi. Just about up to 75 minutes. Azar. Oh, that's well spotted. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Stood up well to him there. Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Vieira. Messi is someone with real dynamite in his boots.
Well, it's very much...
Just about within shooting range. Odo. Haaland. And here's Bale. Played out to the left flank. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, it's come loose. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Vieira. And it's Jordi Alba. To Azar.
Look, there has to be more urgency.
And that's that. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Your reflections then, Jim?
Argentina can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.